guys, how you doing? Welcome. This is Fishing North Atlantic, or at least it should be. There we go, finally showing up in the background. Yes, welcome, SimUK Ultimate Realism. This is our first ever live stream, so this is very much an experiment. I've been playing around with OBS quite a lot, and I don't know whether the quality of the stream is going to be good enough or not. So if it's horrendous, I apologise, but please let me know, because then hopefully I can do something about it. If not, then I will have to come back and watch the video later and then try and figure it out for next time. But any which way you look at it, this is just a test stream, effectively. I've got a job on a port delivery item. We've got to travel to Ingalls Head. We've got 12 days to do it. So if we come up here, what's this? What's this? We've got a discoverable up here. What's... Oh no, that's... Okay, it's the first time I've done one of these. So that's our target. That's where we're heading. And because I'm hardcore sim fan... Oh, why is that not working? There we go. I am literally going to drive it all the bloody way. But what we might do whilst we're driving it is just... sort of drop a couple of nets. Now, I don't know if you can actually drop nets whilst you're doing a mission. I've not tried it before, so this will be an experiment. But with the latest updates, I have been noticing that it's much more difficult to locate and successfully catch things like swordfish and tuna fish and the like. So, let's get ourselves on the go. Sure we don't hit port on the way out. And you can see I've got a wheel set up, Thrustmaster wheel, and a Thrustmaster TCA Airbus Edition throttle quadrant, which is so good for this game. It really is good for this game. It's a little bit lacking in functionality at the moment for flight simulation, but I'll be putting a full review together on that soon. But for this game, it really is perfect. You've got the two buttons on the side here, which allow you to... I think I've got my camera back to front. I have. Fuck, that's annoying. You've got two buttons on the side here, which are perfect as thruster buttons. So when you've got thrusters on your boat, these are absolutely ideal for that. And the throttle themselves feel perfect. You've also got the engine controls here. You've got this switch control, which I don't know what you could use that for. A couple of extra buttons. It really is very well suited to this game, I have to say. What do we got here? The Keyberg? Something like that. That's what we're looking for, guys, is to upgrade our ship. We've picked a crabbing boat that we're going to try and grab, and in order to do that we need an extra 1 million, so we're going to be working very hard to locate some tuna fish and some swordfish, because at the moment they're sort of $40–50 per kilogram. Now, catching a lot of fish is quite hard. Something that I've been asking for in this game for quite a long time. Is that a boat there? What's that? Oh, it's a yard. Wow, I can barely see where I'm going. I think I'm going towards the shore too much. Yeah, I was. Oh, I bet you I was really close to the shore then. I couldn't see it. Probably shouldn't be going full throttle in the dark. We've had 1 or 2 issues in the past using that kind of aggressive, abrupt throttle control. Okay, so we've got a marker there. Are we close enough to tag it? Yes. Good. Okay. So the sonar update, in my humble opinion, is not good enough. It's it doesn't seem to tally with the ground below the ocean. And I've tested this a couple of times and I'm not impressed with it. I've also had a couple of issues. I did a last episode which hasn't gone live yet. You'll see it in a couple of days' time. But we went hunting for swordfish, and I dropped a bunch of deep lines in some deep water where there were no fish on the sonar at all, just to see what would happen. And surprise, surprise, they stayed red for well over a day. But we did catch a couple of fish. Every now and then one of them would have a swordfish on the end, which was cool. But predominantly very, very poor catching. And I think it frequently said low population, which is great. That's something that was definitely missing from the game when it first released. You could literally put your line anywhere you like. It's going to get... Oh man, I can't get rid of that. That's annoying. So, yeah, that worked perfectly. The one time that swordfish did appear on the sonar, I dropped a couple of lines there. I think I'd already put 5 down, and then the sonar picked up this swordfish. So I put another 5 down on top of that, hoping that we might get a slightly better yield from doing so. And the line went blue within 20 hours. So we went back and we hauled them in, and the one that I dropped prior to seeing the swordfish pulled in 1, maybe 2 swordfish. Nothing really spectacular. But the one I dropped bang on top of the swordfish when I saw it, which went blue first, had no fish on it at all, even though it went blue. So bearing in mind that blue is an indication of a catch, not an indication of how long it's been in the water, I was pretty confused to find that there was 0 fish on that particular deep line. And when you sort of stack that up against the fact that I dropped, I think somewhere in the region of 20 to 25 lines over a period of an hour, and during that time only 3 of them went blue, and out of those 3 blue deep lines I only caught 3 fish, I think. But some of the other lines that stayed red and had been in the water for well over a day also pulled in 1 or 2 fish, and some of them were quite sizable as well, like 400 kilograms. So the whole thing feels better in the sense that it's much, much harder to find fish and then catch them, which is far more challenging and therefore enjoyable when you get a good catch. But it doesn't seem to tally very well, in my opinion. What you see on the sonar doesn't really seem to represent what is actually going on. I think the zoom in and the zoom out on the sonar's back to front as well. There's quite a few issues around the sonar. I think it needs quite a bit more work. But so since the changes have come in, I haven't had a successful haul at all. Whereas prior to the latest patch, every time I put the net in the water, except for when the nets were broken, apart from when the nets were broken, but every time I put a net or a line in the water, you were just guaranteed to pull in enough fish to make some decent money. But instead of coming in with like $400,000-500,000, maybe to $1 million, I'm actually rolling in now somewhere in the region of $70,000 to $200,000, and that makes it a lot harder. So these poor yield results are frustrating, but in contrast, when you actually get a catch that works well, when you've got it in the right place at the right time, and you pull in some big fat swordfish and you're like ching, filling up the boat, lovely stuff, you're gonna feel amazing. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that experience. I'm hoping it happens today, because the target today is $1 million. Now, if I'm only pulling in 100,000 for each 25 deep lines that I drop, that's going to take me a long time, and I'm not going to hit that target. So fingers crossed, we'll be doing something slightly better than that. 250,000 or above is acceptable. Anything over 500,000 is okay. Anything closer to 1 million or above is ideal. I mean, that's what we really want. If we could just pull in 1 mil off one fishing, what do you call it, fishing venture, then perfect. That would be absolutely perfect. But I'm looking at the sonar whilst we're cruising along, and I'm not seeing a damn thing, truth be told. Let's do some outsidey stuff. Let's see what the night is like. Oh, it's pretty dark actually. No moon, no Aurora Borealis. I don't know why I can't say that these days. I really struggle with it for some reason. My brain cannot get it from the back of my head to the front of my teeth for some reason. The Aurora Borealis, I think that's how you say it. Just one of those things. So yeah, not much to look at actually this evening. A bit of a shame. I would like to see this smoke that's coming out of the back of the boat removed and replaced for some water foam. And I suppose that is meant to be water foam, but you can see it's too high. It needs to be lower in the water. But other than that, I do love this boat. I think it looks fantastic. It performs well. I liked it more when it had a 60,000 kilo capacity, but 40,000 is, well, it's okay. And to be honest, since the updates have come in, I'm nowhere near 40,000 kilograms anyway. When I was helping haul the nets in, we were pulling sort of 8,000 when I was assisting, and sort of 5,000 when the crew were doing it. So you can fill this boat up still, just not as easily as you used to be able to. Where are all the bloody fish? That's what I want to know. I'm hoping that the fish are migrating now. They haven't really discussed particularly well, I don't feel, how exactly the whole fish migration habitual habitat scenario thing works. They haven't gone into any great detail on that. So I'm hoping that they move around the map. But what I've been seeing is no fish at all, and then every kind of fish imaginable in one place. That, since the update, that's what I see every single time. How I'm just going to quickly change this camera because it's weirding me out that it's upside down or back to front. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, that should be better now. So still no fish at all. I mean, I understand that, you know, I like this. I have been asking for this, to have, you know, have it be much harder to find fish. But I still maintain that we need a hardcore mode and a casual mode, because casual players are not going to be enjoying this at all. I'm quite happy with it. It puts a big fat smile on my face because, you know, it's a challenge now, it's hard. But to see absolutely no fish in the water, I mean, that would be alarm bells, wouldn't it? If you were in charge of making sure that the ocean doesn't run out of fish, and your sonar is completely blank for miles upon miles, that would be a bit of an alert, I would think. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a fisherman by trade. Maybe this is realistic. I don't know. I would expect to see very small pockets of fish. And then when you get lucky, when you strike a good zone, you see big pockets of fish, that kind of thing. But to see nothing at all, just, I don't know, it just, it feels like it's broken. But because there's no details on how it actually works, I don't know for sure if it is broken. maybe now it's working properly and this is always how it was meant to be. It's very difficult to tell. But yeah, I mean, I've yet to see just one fish sort of pooter across. It's either nothing or absolutely bloody loads so far. But then I've only been playing since I got back off holiday, which was 2 days ago. And yeah, I've probably squeezed in about 4 hours since then. Some of that footage you'll never see because the recording quality was absolutely abysmal. But oh, hang on, I just spotted something. So I'm not sure if you guys are actually. I see there's a couple of people watching, but I'm seeing no chat. But I've literally set this up today, so I do wonder if perhaps I haven't activated that properly. Let me take a risk and have a look. See here. Hopefully the boat won't crash whilst we're looking. Okay, bear with me, I'm going to be on a different screen trying to figure this out. I'm actually watching my live stream. Okay, so it looks like the stream quality itself is okay. It doesn't seem to be stuttering or glitchy or anything. That's good to see. Social alerts. Yeah, I get the distinct impression that I haven't set up chat properly. See if I can fix that. Apologies, I'm going to be slightly distracted for the next couple of minutes. If we look like we're going to hit something, somebody shout, please, because I'm not paying any attention to the boat whatsoever. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try something else. Aha, okay. How are we doing on the boat? Getting closer to shore, but we haven't hit anything yet. That's good. Okay, thanks. Alright, let's see if I can do this. You're gonna lose the screen for a minute, guys. Let me just try something here. That's how close we were. That is how close we were to crashing. Woo! Okay, let me get to port and then I'll try and fix this thing. Sort of halfway through doing it. I think I've figured it out. Not 100% sure. I think I've got it working. We'll try. We'll try and do it. Oh, there's a nice green marker over there now to indicate that that's where we need to do the drop off. I don't even know what we've got on board actually. Is there anything visibly on board that we can see? There's nothing, is there? It must be very small, whatever it is, whatever the device or the package is. Oh, we're going way too fast. I think we're in reverse by accident. So what happens when I get to the green? Cool. Cargo delivered. Brilliant. So I'm going to take the opportunity to save my career here. Just in case I get distracted and sink the boat. Or something similar to that happens. Okay. So, oh, it looks like something's popped up. Is that now working? Let me, can I write a message in my own... How do I write a message to myself? Oh, hang on. I can see two messages there, but it's so small I can't actually read them. And it says in OBS, to activate chat, please enable channels here. But when I click on that, it takes me to something completely different. Okay, let's try this one more time. It says please enable channels here, but it is enabled. In YouTube, in YouTube where you start the stream is your chat window. Okay. Okay, yes, that makes sense. Let's do it there. Well, I don't need to test it. You've proven that it works by sending me that message. Okay, cool. So chat is working, but I can't see it on my chat screen, which is a bit of a problem. Let me see if I can open it again. You just closed a dockable window. If you'd like to show it again, use the View Docs menu on the menu bar. View Docs Chat. Hooray! Ah, so it was some sort of bug. Okay, would anyone be kind enough just to send me a quick chat message just so I can see if it shows up now? I think it was... I'm not sure if it was set up properly, but closing the chat window and opening it back up. Yes, when I stream, I have a laptop set up to view the chat window. Brilliant. Thank you, PC Tech and Gaming. Thank you, Ben. Right. Okay. So this is why it's a test stream, because there are all these little bugs and issues that I need to iron out, and I don't really know they exist until I encounter them, as it were. Right. Let me just quickly get some fuel. And repair the hull. The boat is undamaged. Perfect. Let me check my nets. My deep lines. Bait the deep lines. So we got squid all the way down to the bottom. Oops, that's the wrong thing. We should have 40 of 40. Good. Right, we're set and ready to go. All we need to do now, guys, is go and find the bloody swordfish. Simple. Really simple stuff. Any idiot could do it. Oh, Nicholas Pace. Hello, buddy. How are you? Carl Hetherington. Cool name. Helly to you too. Pugster88. Hello, love your vids. Thank you so much, Pugster. I appreciate that. Thank you. Nicholas Bay says, watch out for seagulls. They fly near fish habitats. Ooh, is that a thing, Nicholas, or are you pulling my leg? If that's a thing, then that's really quite impressive. I certainly did not know that. If that's a thing. If you're not just winding me up and making me look like a fool. Going around the map looking for seagulls when for no reason whatsoever. I don't know whether to believe you or not. It sounds like a very feasible thing, and there was something in the update to stop seagulls from sticking together, so maybe you're telling the truth. Not to infer that you're a liar or anything. Removing this waypoint will create a path that crosses land. Okay. Really need a remove all type thingy there. So, there's a big ass ship there. I think if we head in that general direction, we might get lucky. In the loading screen, it tells you, does it? Wow! Thanks, guys. You've just given me a massive tip. Now there's a really good reason to have binoculars. It's a bit of a shame that I've sort of set out at night time, because they're going to be a lot harder to spot, I imagine. That's really cool. It's really weird. I just recorded my 3rd episode in my Let's Play series, and now I'm watching you play it. How far have you got in your 3rd episode? Because finding fish now is a lot harder than it was when I started my Let's Play. When I started my Let's Play, I was pulling in 2 million per catch, no problem whatsoever. You only see seagulls for the first 10 minutes of playing, and then they completely disappear underwater. Oh, goody. So let me get this straight. Let me just clarify what this game is doing at the moment. So, the Sea Cat ferry can levitate and fly around the map, and the seagulls sink into the ocean. How have they managed to do that? I mean, you couldn't get that much more wrong, could you, really? That's quite impressive. You've just upgraded to the Lenore. I love that boat, the Lenore. The Lenore is like a mini ocean runner. It can do just about anything. It's a fantastic boat. I really like the Lenore. I sold mine, but I only sold mine because I want to get a crab boat. So in the episode I recorded this morning, I found a crab boat at the port we've just left. I can't remember what it's called. And And yeah, that's my target now. 6.5 million, no, 4.9 million I think it is. So you pulled up an 85 kilogram swordfish on one deep line. 85 kilogram swordfish. I did a 400 kilogram tuna fish this morning. So looking forward to using it in episode 4. That's cool. I wonder then, if you're saying 85 kilogram swordfish, I wonder if perhaps the size of the boat denotes the size of the fish that you can catch in some way. That's interesting. I don't know if that's the case. Next time I do a live stream though, PC Tech, please do come in and tell me what your biggest swordfish and tuna fish catches are. That'd be really interesting to check. I would go and check myself, but I haven't got a Lenore available to do it. But yeah, I'd be really interested to hear that. Can I just ask, by the way, bearing in mind this is a test stream, how does it look? Because I'm playing in 4K, capturing in 4K, and then downscaling to 1080p, I think. But I don't know. I can't remember. I've tweaked and changed my settings so many times in the last 2 days. Now, I'm a bit blurry now on what the details are. I'm not entirely sure what is where, if I'm being totally honest with you. Carl says it's very good. Martin says it's working. Okay, very good and it's working sounds alright to me. As long as it's working, that's the main thing. I've got like some sort of dropped frames thing down here. And it's saying we're averaging 6.6 thousand kilobits per second and 0 drop frames, so that sounds pretty good. Looks good and the audio is good, thank you. Looks good, you're getting 720p at 60 hertz. Ah, right, okay. That's cool. Ah, yes, okay, I can see down here we are targeting 59.94 FPS, so that's awesome. Looks good with the overhead. Ah, the camera. Do you like the camera? That's a really good camera. I'm so impressed with that camera. It cost me £25 and it's 120 degree wide angle lens, 60 frames per second capable. It's got limitations, okay? It's got no zoom functionality, it has no autofocus functionality. This one up here, this very expensive one that cost me 90 quid, the Logitech something or other rubbish, that's got like zoom, autofocus, auto this, auto that, loads of stuff, but it's really laggy and it hasn't got the wide angle lens that camera up there has got either. So I'd rather have 4 of these than 1 of these. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, really. It looks good with the other hand. If you do perfect, you will catch big fish. Yes. Oh yeah, that's a good point. When you're hauling it in, if you get it in the circle on the head, yes. Well, there's no guarantee, I've found, that you're going to get big fish when you do that. Sometimes I get a couple of perfects and it's like a few times I've got 3 perfects in a row, for example. Sometimes it's over 1,000 kilograms. More often it's like 700-800. So there must be a lot of different factors in play that denote just how big a catch is going to be, or maybe it's totally bloody random. I don't know. It looks great. By the way, the 85 kilogram swordfish was on the starting boat, but you had up to 300 to 400 kilogram fish on other lines on the same boat. Biggest catch you got was 100,000 K. Nice. That's off the first boat. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I've got to say, when I first started playing, the game was very much in beta, and I think it was a lot easier to catch fish. Much easier than it is now. I think it's gotten a lot harder. Just in the last couple of updates, a lot harder. And I think that's, personally I think that's good, because it's more challenging. It's not so easy to go out and just catch like £1 million worth of fish. But I know a lot of players like the casual aspect of the game, and they like to just chill out and play, and they don't want it to be hard. They want it to be easy. And I'm not detracting anything from those people. A lot of people like to play like that in the same way that I like to play in like a hardcore mode. So I really hope that they consider doing this hardcore, easy, sort of casual mode, because if you go one way or the other, you're just going to alienate the other side. That's the problem. But yeah, definitely I think this is a step in the direction of more challenging hardcore gameplay. So I'm excited by it. I'm not doing very well. Oh, do you know what I'm not doing? I'm not looking for fish, which is the primary reason for being out here. So it's 183 meters at the moment, so we can drop deep lines whenever we like, but there are no fish at present. Right, can I ask your opinion, guys, because I can't figure this out. I'm putting it down to my head injury, because my head injury is a little bit weird. It confuses me on some things, right? But when I click plus, that goes down. Shouldn't that be the other way around, or am I just completely confusing myself? So like, if I click plus plus plus, it's 100 meters, like you're zooming in on a map. But when you're doing sonar, shouldn't it be the other way around? In my head, like I'm scanning 100 meters in front of the boat, but I want to increase that, so I press minus. That just doesn't seem to make sense to me. I've been arguing with myself on this one for about a week. Well, I say a week. It feels like a week. It's been 2 days. 2 days. You like that you can't upgrade your boat after every fishing trip. Gives a sense of accomplishment when you can upgrade. Yes, exactly. Exactly right. Because one of the problems with fishing Barents Sea was, yeah, it's zooming in like GPS. Hey, Ian. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's zooming in like GPS. I think it should be the other way around. I think it needs to be reversed, but I can't. I'm not saying it should be, because I can't in my head figure out if it should be or shouldn't be the other way around. But I feel like it should be. But anyway, I'm just curious on you guys' thoughts, really. Plus is zooming in. Plus is zooming in. Minus zooms out. I think it works correctly. Plus is zooming in. Minus is zooming out. Yeah, like a GPS system. That's what I mean. That's what I don't know. Maybe it's fine. I was just curious. That's all. I couldn't sort of come to a conclusion in my own mind. That was the problem. See if we get some lovely visuals whilst we're here. Stunning. The Aurora Borealis. You think it's right? Okay, I'll go with you guys. I trust you. That's a nice view. I like that view. Real life sonar works the same. Well, there you go. Sold. If that's realistic in terms of real life, what real life sonar does, then I'm happy. Thank you for clarifying that, guys. Much appreciated. Like I say, it's been doing my head in for like the last couple of episodes. I couldn't get it in my head whether it was the right way round or not. Confusing myself. So how's everybody doing out there? We've got a little way to go before we find any fish, I think. So I think we got some Aussies in. Where are the rest of you guys from? Anyone from the UK? Anyone from outside of Europe? What sort of time zone is it? It's one of the coolest things I think about YouTube is there's a lot of YouTubers that I watch, because basically, like, unlike many YouTubers, I'm just I just consider myself to be just like exactly the same as you guys. You know, I have YouTubers that I watch and enjoy their content, and a lot of them like one of my favorite YouTubers, and probably like close to being a good mate of mine, is Kiwi Mace over in New Zealand. And obviously he does a lot of his streaming, he's literally on the other side of the earth to me, and he does a lot of his streaming late at night. So yeah, or first thing in the morning sometimes. So he's streaming late at night and I've just got up or something like that. It seems to work out quite well, but it's just so strange to think that he's on the other side of the earth and I'm just watching his stream and whatnot. It's kind of cool. Ah, we got some from the USA. Miami, cool. There's a song about Miami, which I quite like. Carl's from the UK, hello fellow Brit. And most sonars have auto zoom feature, and you're an Aussie. That's cool, so we got a pretty wide selection. Tasmania, the island off the bottom of Australia, yes, the well-known Tasmanian devil. That's pretty cool. South Carolina, excellent. And Pugs says he loves Tasmania, great place. I've never been there, I'd love to. Philadelphia, USA, representing, nice one. Oh, that's cool. We got a good wide selection of people from all over the world. See, that's what I think. To me, that's what's so fantastic about YouTube is it reaches out to people that you could never otherwise ever meet or get in contact with or anything. It's incredible. I do love it. Right, hang on. Where's this boat? Because I was heading down here. Oh, hello. What's this? What have we got here? Now, I've already discovered this once, but for some reason, the Gulf of Maine. There's got to be some fish in the Gulf of Maine, surely. Yeah, I've already discovered, I think, everything in this game, but I loaded my game up one day and a whole bunch of stuff that I'd already discovered undiscovered itself, which is a damn sight annoying. And I think in the episode I recorded this morning, I went round and unlocked all the ports again because they'd locked themselves back down. But yeah, we are not finding any fish. I tell you what though, I did pay someone $1,000 the other day to identify where tuna was. Oh, hello. What's going on here? Oh, there it is. And he said there's some tuna down here. He also told me about some swordfish that he saw here. And that's my marker from 11 days ago. So maybe if I use my brain heading in that general direction. Now, this is where I've got a bit of a problem, right? So it's a bit difficult to tell how deep that is. But I don't think this colour is deep enough for deep lining. And if that isn't deep enough for deep lining, then that isn't deep enough for deep lining either. So I'm not sure how I'm meant to catch the swordfish and tuna that are in this area. I'm going to have to come a bit deeper this way. So I don't know if that's like a work in progress, something that the game is sort of finalizing or working out as they go. I don't know what's going on there really. It'd be interesting to see what this game looks like 6 months from now, or maybe next year. Could be very interesting. I think it's got so much potential. And it looks stunning. I mean, unfortunately, we've got no moonlight or Aurora Borealis to really get the eye candy going on this particular journey, but most of the time it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, the darker the colour, the deeper the ocean. That's how I understand it as well. You always find fish in the bottom left of the map and around Seal Island. Seal Island. Seal Island. Where's that then? Where's Seal Island? Give me is that Seal Island? No, that's Kelp Rock. Bay of Fundy, Gulf of Maine, the German Bank. Where's Seal Island? I don't think I've even heard of that. It's not familiar to me. Oh, also, because you guys, excuse me, seem to be in the know, which is great. Oh, it's gone. Oh, hurrah, it's gone. Okay, so for the last couple of days, I've had 18,000 kilogram of fish on my boat, even though I have absolutely nothing on my boat. It seems to have gone. But that, to be fair, that was when I was using the nets. So maybe that's a net-related issue. Just out from Dennis Point. Dennis Point. I know where that is. Well, I know of that. Is that Dennis Point? No, that's not it. That's Lundberg. Dennis Point, right, just out of there. So is that it? Is that Seal Island there? Or is that Seal Island? You see, the thing is, that's not deep enough for deep lining, is it? If it is here you're talking about. I don't know if there's... Oh, here? These little blighters here. Okay, that's... I'm guessing that's where you're talking about. Let's go and have a look. Your crew member went MIA, but you got him back by saving and reloading the game. Still a few bugs. Yeah. I took... unfortunately, this is what the first recording I did, and it was bloody awful. Totally unwatchable, so I've thrown it away. But I took 4 crew members out on the boat, and when I got out there, when I looked at this, I only had 2. But I could see 2 people on the what do they call it? The machine gutting, the gutting machine. But I had no way of controlling them. So I hauled in some nets, and I fully expected them to start doing stuff, but they didn't do anything. They just stood there. And it took me quite a while to figure it out. But basically, their character images were in the gutting machine area, but they looked grey like this. And the only way I figured it out was by trying to take the people who had pulled the nets in to put them onto the gutting machine so that they could gut it. And every time I dropped them on there, they would go back here. And I was like, what is going on today? So I just clicked on the grey thing, and out popped my crew. So if you ever do that, if you ever go out with 4 people but you can only see 2, then they're probably hiding behind one of these squares. It took me ages to figure that out. Once I dragged them both out, it all worked fine again. But yeah, it's just weird little bugs like that that they need to sort of still iron out. And I knew it was going to be like that. Very early on, there were so many bugs. Like, all the tutorials were broken before the game was released. Thankfully, myself and probably other beta testers were trying to do the tutorials, sending them feedback and saying, I did this and this happened. And also, like, if your game crashes, you can send a crash report. I sent a couple of those as well. So yeah, I mean, on the most part, I think the tutorials work now. But when I first started playing, it was like a minefield. Anything you did killed your game completely. It was kind of funny, but also very frustrating. So I tended to avoid the tutorials. But yeah, when I go crabbing, I'm going to do the crabbing tutorial, which I think is pretty straightforward. And I imagine it's going to be very much the same as it was in Fishing Barents Sea. But I'm very interested to do something other than deep lining. You saw my early first few episodes. The pre-release version looked terrible. Yeah. Well, the very first 3 episodes I got, I think I was the first person to get access to this game, and the beta key that I got was a month old. So I was playing a really, really broken version. But it improved greatly between that first gameplay and when the game released. But they still got a long way to go. And I knew they would do. There were just too many bugs. And it's like they were so random. It's like, for example, if you've got two net fishing boats, one of them would break the nets and the other one wouldn't. I mean, that's how complicated the bugs in this game are, because there's so many different disciplines, so many different boats, so many different scenarios, how many crew members you have, and it's like, they must be like absolutely pulling their hair out. But I mean, I totally trust this dev team, because when they were working on Fish in Barents Sea, they just worked so hard, so tirelessly to get it working. Thank you for your honest reviews, by the way. Well, you're welcome. Thank you for watching. I try and be as fair and honest as I can be. I want you guys to know what you're going to get for your money. And yeah, I think I hit the nail on the head with this one. But like I say, if you have watched my review, then you know at the end, I say 6 months from now, this is going to be a very, very accomplished game. Absolutely certain of it. Let's do a bit of insidey stuff. In fact, let's get somebody cooking. Make sure we've got loads of food. Holy cow, look how far we got to go. It's bloody miles away. Right, let's do a little bit of cheating, because I'm not seeing any fish. If I'd seen fish on the way, then I would have gladly dropped a few lines. But let's head down here. Let's go to the deep part. Oh man, you can tell I don't do this very often. I don't even know where the button to do it is. See, there's a few people fishing around here, and now it's daytime. Cool. Right, let's no, that's the wrong button. What button do I need here? F. Right, let's go and have a look for some bloody seagulls. So there's a dude over there who looks to be fishing. I think there's another dude over there-ish. Somewhere. I saw him a second ago, I'm sure I did. Oh, there he is. Pretty overcast today. I don't think I've ever seen it this grey and miserable before. I don't know how easy or difficult it is to see seagulls. I've never looked for seagulls before. But if they have disappeared into the ocean, like you say, then there's a very good chance we won't catch any. Let's have a look at the sonar, see what the sonar has to say. Nothing. There's no fish in this ocean. All right, we'll have a little swim around and see what we can find, if anything at all. There's got to be some fish somewhere. I mean, worst case scenario, we'll go down to the bottom left of the map. We know at least there were some tuna there 3 days ago. It's worth a look. Ah, PC Tech, you're old school. It reminds you of your days when you used to play Deadliest Catch Alaskan Storm. I never played that, but I hear many, many good things about it. You hope the devs realise this game could be a goldmine for them. So much potential. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, imagine if they took the approach for this game like Microsoft have done for the flight simulation industry. If you have like third-party developers creating boats, creating fish, can you imagine different fishing techniques? Imagine just having like a rowing boat that you could, maybe you could start the game with just a rowing boat and you row out and you fish a little bit, you drop some lines in, you know, you're catching very small amounts of fish, but the more you do it, the more you earn, and eventually you can buy a bigger boat, a boat with a motor on it, stuff like that. Oh, wow. How incredible could that be? I know that's going like, that's going way out there, Sim. I am fully aware of that. But that's my go-to. That's what I love, that kind of stuff. Alaskan Storm was awesome, complete with FMV video, a la classic Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer, wow, that's a classic, and I think they've just re-released that, haven't they? Like an HD version of Command and Conquer at a very reasonable £18. What? Here's a game that was released 20 years ago and we've just barely updated it. That'll cost you 20 quid, please. I've probably still got my original copy of that game, to be honest. I played it a lot on the PS1. I got a little story for you guys, okay? I was playing Command and Conquer on the PS1 in Cornwall, and I lived with a couple of friends of mine on like, I'm going to call it a trailer park, but we don't really have trailer parks in Britain. It was like a caravan park or something like that. Oh, I've discovered something, look at this. Seal Island, thank you guys, I know where it is now. So anyway, it was about, I don't know, midnight, something like that, and my friend's place was directly, in fact, long story short, my friend's place was diagonally opposite me, so I could see his kitchen window from our lounge. And interestingly, previously, I lived in that van and he lived in my van. It's not really a van, it's like a chalet thing. And we swapped, because he got bored of it, and we were like, your place is much better than ours. So we swapped. So he took our place on and we took his place on. Anyway, it's about midnight, I'm playing Command and Conquer, having a great time. Casually look out the window over at our mate's place, and I can see flames in his kitchen window. Bear in mind, it's like, it could be even later than midnight, it could be like 1, 2 in the morning, something like that. So I immediately chuck my controller down on the floor. I shout to my mate Stacy, because we were like sharing the place, and I was like, grab a fire extinguisher, his like place is on fire. So we go bombing out of the house, running over to his place to see where he is. But as we got closer, the fire disappeared. I couldn't see it anymore, and it was like, well, what's happened there? So we're like halfway across the road, and we stop and we sort of look around, and as I turn to my left, there is an entire chalet, absolutely head to toe on fire, absolutely burning like like an open fire, absolutely roaring. So now we're in like double panic mode. So we grabbed the nearest fire extinguisher we could find, we legged it over there, started banging on people's doors and dragging them out of their house, because it already started to smoulder on the two buildings either side of that one, and there were a load of gas canisters and bottles and stuff out the side, so we had to drag those out of the way. We had to get some tea towels so we could get those out, because they were like starting to get hot already. Very, very, like, I mean, it's a very short story, because fortunately nobody was in that building at the time, so thankfully no serious incidents or amazing heroics or whatever. And the fire brigade turned up and they put it out, and that was fine. It took about an hour or something. But yeah, just a little story reminiscent of Command and Conquer. Just something that you reminded me of with that fantastic game. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. fill a couple of minutes in whilst we're still bloody endlessly searching for fish in this game. Nothing at all. Not a bloody thing. Nicola says, go to the port in the bar, they will tell you. Yeah, I've done that. I know where there were some fish. That's where we're heading now, down here to these guys. But like I say, it's too shallow here, so I can't actually fish here. So I'm going to have to come sort of off a bit and down this way. And the same with the tuna fish. See, it's too shallow. That's not, I don't think that's deep enough. I don't think that's deep enough there. So I'm going to have to come... Maybe here would be deep enough, this blue bit. It's a bit tricky. We've got to find something soon. How long have I been streaming? Does it tell me somewhere? An hour. Okay, so we've just hit an hour. I haven't seen a single fish. Not one. It's crazy. Crazy. Like Craig David. That's a very British thing, you probably won't get that. PC Tech, I found my own copy of Alaskan Storm thinking I may do a Let's Play series for it too. And you love Command & Conquer, big fan. Yeah, do it, do it. Do it, do it. Yeah, darker water means deeper water, but that's what I'm saying. If you compare it to the chart, that colour is about 100 metres. Maybe less. So I don't know if it's deep enough there or not. I haven't tried. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll hot tail it a little bit. So we're in the blue. Let's see how deep it is. 94 metres. But I think 94 metres is there, isn't it? So it's going to get shallower as we move forward. Oh, that's what it looks like on the sonar to me anyway. But the sonar and I are not getting along very well. It doesn't seem to be, excuse me, it doesn't seem to be giving me the information that I need. Oh, Firefighting Simulator has posted a new comment. I so want to go see what that says. That's a game I've been waiting for a very long time. And I put a request in to review. I asked for a review key and they refused me last week. So I suspect that that game is on its way to market, guys. So if that's a game you've been looking at and waiting for a long... We got a fish! I mean, it's the wrong one, but it's a fish. And it's not deep, so that's not what we're looking for. Trisha! Or TT, hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. Welcome aboard. I guess that's why they call it fishing, not catching. Good shout. Good shout. Well said, that man. Totally agree. What have we got here? We got some lobsters, we got some redfish, we got some fish, god damn it. So, right, I've got a sneaky suspicion, okay? If you look at the depth, it's 90 metres. Now, this is what I'm saying to you. This colour... Oh, I need to take that off, otherwise it doesn't work. This colour is like borderline 100 metres. Borderline 100 metres. But quite often less than 100 metres. So if I drop a deep line now, I'm not going to get a good catch because we're 9 metres short of 100 metres. That's the issue. Also, right, another thing I don't quite understand, if you guys can elaborate for me, we're at 1,000 metres and the fish are all the way over there. So I would imagine as I zoom in and make the sonar shorter, these guys should disappear off the sonar this way somewhere because they're 1,000 metres away, right? But when I click on it, they get closer to the boat. So now we're 100 metres and they've already passed us. So how does that work? I'm confused. Where is the boat on the sonar? When am I right above them? I just can't quite get it. I haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, go back to 1,000 meters and we've got lots of fish again. But is that 1,000 meters in front of my boat? Is that 1,000 meters, like 500 meters in front and 500 meters behind? I'm just confused. What is it telling me? What is it really saying? By a bot. I've got 4 bots. They're not helping me. You went real fishing today and you caught some flathead for dinner. Nice. That's a swordfish, right, guys? You think the boat is center? Well, if the boat's center, then why, when I zoom in, do the fish disappear off that way? I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. It doesn't tally up for me. I'd really like it if they sort of released... you want me to drop a deep line now? Okay, we can do that. We'll drop a deep line now, but I'm pretty certain... We'll do 5. Where are all my buttons? We'll do 5, but I'm pretty certain that... when we come back to pull them in, it's going to say it's not deep enough. But I do appreciate the fact that I can put it in the water and it doesn't tell me that it wasn't deep enough until I come back to pick it up. That I like, because that's me making a mistake and learning from it. So I appreciate that. That's something that I'm very happy about. Okay, so Pug says you think that as a fish appears on the sonar, it's under your boat. So that to the right hand side is my boat. Whoa, 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 guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tuna all around me. But they're on the top, and I don't think the water's deep enough. Can I, trying to do too many things at once here. Oh my god, look at all the fish! There's millions of them! See, this is what I was saying to you, like, it's like no fish, no fish, no fish, and then hundreds of fish. That's not how the ocean works, is it? I don't know. See, it's only 88 meters now. There are so many fish here, but I'm really concerned that it's just not deep enough. We'll see. This is a good experiment. Should we drop 10? Let's do 10. I've got 40 nets on board, so you know we can do 4 lots of 10. That seems like a pretty even spread. And if 10 of them don't catch anything because it's not deep enough, so what? Yeah, we can get over that. 30 deep lines is more than enough to fill 40,000 kilograms if we get good catches. So I'm quite happy to test it, as it were. One more for the win. You see, now if I had a crabbing boat, I'd be going mental right now. Look at the crab and lobster down there. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I'm glad they've added a dismiss all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Pugs. Only drop deep lines deeper than 100 meters. I've already done this. I've already tested this theory out. And I know that if it's not deep enough, then I'm going to get a crappy catch. But did you see how many fish there were there? It's like does that outweigh the fact that it's not deep enough because there are just so many fish? I don't know. And the only way to figure it out, or test it out, is to do it. So, I mean, we're like 94 meters right now, 95. We're so close to being deep enough, but not quite. And there's still a couple of swordfish down the bottom there, bottom right hand corner of the sonar. So if we get over 100 meters, I'll start dropping more lines. We'll do another 10 right here, and then we can compare them. But you can see we're getting closer on the map to the darker water. Another swordfish has just appeared as well. 97 meters, 98 meters. I think there should be some wiggle room as well. I don't feel like 100 meters bang on should give you better there we go, 100 meters, all right. Let's get as many of these in the water as we can, basically. PC Tech says, I've been dropping deep lines in less than 100 meters and still been catching fish. Yes, I did catch fish, but not as many. So I haven't caught 3 swordfish on a line that's dropped in less than 100 meters of water. Also, don't you find this irritating? Oh look, swordfish. Oh my god, we're smack bang on the money here, boys and girls. Don't you find it annoying that this alert system is right over the depth thing? So there's no, I can't see the depth. Every time I drop that, it covers the depth. How annoying. This is a good spot. I think we're going to get some money here, guys. So many crabs and lobsters as well. Wow. I'm just assuming we're still over 100 meters. Fingers crossed. Okay, one more. Well, I say one more, but we're really on the hot spot here. There are fish everywhere, and it's getting deeper as well. So I wonder if we should just turn that off and just start dropping deep lines like a crazy person. Nothing in front of us. Or nothing immediately in front of us. Let's just start chucking them out. Yes, Pugs, there definitely needs to be an option to turn alerts off. I find them so irritating. It's like I press a button and we drop a line. Then the game tells me that I've just dropped a line. It's like, yes, I know. I pressed the button. I hear seagulls. Did you hear seagulls? Coming back to what you guys were saying earlier about how seagulls indicate where the fish are. I don't see them, but I hear them. They're probably under the water, are they? Yeah, I can definitely hear seagulls. This is very much going to be a team effort today, guys. If we get 1 million, it's as much down to you, if not more, than it is down to me. And I've completely lost count of how many I've put in the water. So I'm going to have to bring the HUD up. 2 more. Okay, 2 more. Boom. That's the water resetting. Does that weird ripple thing. Okay, so we've dropped 30 deep lines in, and we're in very deep water. And I don't see any swordfish anymore. Oh, there's a couple down there. Okay, I still see swordfish. So I see no reason other than to just keep dropping them in. Let's just drop all 40 in. Why not? Found the fish. Let's catch as many as we can. Five left. 5 to go. deep, 40 deep lines, PC Tech. 40, my friend. Yeah, the starting boat can only have 8. I know, it's a massive transition. When I first started, it's like every time I went out and did a fish, it took me like 30 minutes. Now you're looking at an hour to 2 hours. It's a massive transition. When you get into trawling, I think it'll be quicker again because it's a very simple process and you catch such huge quantities. Has anyone else had the bug where the water acts like jelly for a little while and then it resets? What? Acts like jelly? Can you elaborate on that? I'm intrigued. In what way does it act like jelly? Do you mean the boat can't move at all? What happens? I haven't had that bug, I don't think. God, look how many fish we got now, look. There's more swordfish there than I've ever seen on the sonar, ever. If we don't get at least a full boat out of this, I'm going to be so annoyed. Trisha, buy a bot. Do you mean buy a boat or do you mean buy a bot? And do you mean buy a bot in the game or buy a bot in the stream? Because I was looking at stream bots earlier today, only briefly, and it's something I'm looking at doing. But this is a test stream today. It's very much it's the first stream for this channel ever. So yeah, it's more about testing the quality of the video, the audio, the recording, you know, all the bits and bobs that go together to make a stream. All the 100 little pieces that have to click together to make something work. And that's what we're testing today. And so far, so good. Pretty good, anyway. Right, how long ago did I put the first one in? That was an hour and 35 minutes ago. Wow. So it looks like this is a hot spot. See, I can hear the seagulls again. Let me see if I can actually go and see any. Hey, what are you doing by my deep lines, buddy? Get out of it. Okay, I don't see any seagulls. I definitely could hear them. Oh, hello. What we got here? There's a seagull, guys. Is that the cat? I can't even see with these binoculars. Oh, this is nice though. Lots of tuna. Tuna is $38 per kilo right now, so that's really cool. But yeah, what is that over there? Oh, where's it gone? There it is. I think that's the sea cat. I haven't seen that for ages. It's been floating around my game. I saw it take off. I saw it. It was quite funny. I tried to get it on video. I'm not sure I captured it particularly well. But I saw it levitate out of the water. And occasionally I see it floating around the ocean. I just think it's brilliant. See, that's the kind of bug that people like to see. It's like a happy bug. It's like you've been out fishing for 6 hours, all your nets are broken, you've caught nothing, then you see the flying cat and you're like, yeah, this game's cool. Where's it gone? There it is. I wish there was a way you could bring it down. I wonder if you sailed directly underneath it, whether or not you trigger it to come back into the water. I've got a sneaky suspicion though that if it landed on your head, it would probably destroy your entire ship, I imagine. Dre's video from December the 30th shows ocean jelly. Right. I would write that down, but I haven't got any paper. I've got like 900 pens, but no paper. I'm going to annoy my mother and I'm going to write on my own hand. Hang on. December 30th? What do you mean December 30th? We're not in December yet, unless I've been playing this game and streaming a lot longer than I realised. Andre, let's go have a look. I'm interested. I want to see what the jelly ocean looks like. That's so cool. Buy a boat. Ah, Trisha, I understand now. You want me to buy a boat? Well, that's what we're doing today. We're trying to get $1 million so that I can buy a dough, tricking me, bro. October. Gotcha. Okay. October. I don't know why I'm writing that down. It's obvious, but okay, I've done it anyway. Yeah, Trisha, we're trying to get $1 million together in this episode so that I can buy a crab boat. But it's going to take a little while. It's a lot harder to find fish, although we've just found about 10 million of them, and we're just hoping that we can catch some. That's our current objective. Now, because I put 40 lines down in a long line very close to each other, I think I'm going to have to pick up the first few early, otherwise the last few are going to be in the water too long. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a bit of a difficult balancing act. It depends how many fish we catch and how quickly we fill up the boat, I guess. So Trisha, if you can stay with us to the end, you may see us buy our next boat. But if not, you can always come back later whilst we're still streaming, or watch on the channel, because what I do today should be converted into episodes. If I can do it, I don't know. It's a test. It's an experiment today. I'm not sure if the quality will be good enough. I don't know. I will try. I will do my best. Oh, you sent me an email with those details. Thank you, mate. That's much appreciated. That'll make finding it a lot easier. Yeah, very interested to find out what's... Fishing for lobster on my new commercial fishing boat, fishing North Atlantic. I'll check that out. Oh, it kind of wobbles, but it doesn't flow. But the boat moves fine. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe I have experienced that then, I'm not sure. The quality is fine, thank you, buddy. The quality is fine in the stream, which is great, good news. But then if I download the video, I'm thinking the quality is going to be a lot there. Because YouTube compresses everything, don't they? So I think it's going to be pretty crappy. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we can do it. Hopefully. Right, can I see my first pot? Is that it? No, that's a boat. Where are they? Probably too far out to see them. Ah, there's one. Oh my god! I cannot keep these binoculars straight. Oh wow, that's making me seasick. Sorry about that. Close your eyes, guys. Don't look, I'm shy. Alrighty, how are we doing on the crew front? Everybody's good. I don't think anyone needs to eat. I don't know what you guys think, but in fishing Barents Sea, it seemed like they had to eat all the time, and now eating is just not really much point to it. It seems. Another area that could benefit from a bit of tweaking, let's say. Bit of tweaking to make it better. Your target will come soon. What, my 1 million? Yeah, ball, rock and roll. Affirm, I think. That's an interesting name. I'll grant you. I'll give you that. The $1 million target. You think? Do you think we're going to hit it? Oh, that'd be great. At the moment, it's $50 a kilogram, or slightly less, $48 a kilogram for swordfish, which is what we're targeting today. But I think we're going to get a lot of tuna as well. I think we're going to get an awful lot of tuna. But we'll see. Fingers crossed. There's the cat, still floating around in the background. I'd love to sail underneath it and just see if it makes it drop. But maybe I'll do that when I don't have this boat. Maybe I'll do that on another boat. Or maybe even another save, because you never know. You never quite know what could happen. Tuna is better. 10 Deepline tuna trips will get you enough. Yeah, well, I did do some research on this, and if you compare the biggest tuna fish ever caught to the biggest swordfish ever caught, the biggest swordfish ever caught was just over 1,000 kilograms, and the biggest tuna fish ever caught was 1,400 and change kilograms. So technically, yes, tuna fish are the bigger fish on average, but swordfish is about $10 more per kilogram at the moment. So that's why I'm focusing on swordfish. And you're on PS4, so you're waiting until 2021. Ah, bless you. Really struggling to see that first one. Oh, there it is. I got it. Easiest way I've found to get into neutral using a throttle is to turn the engine off. Although I did miss the button twice. Ah, listen to that beautiful ocean sound. It's nice, but I do think they need to do more with the audio. Do you know what I mean when I say lopping? You know when the waves lop against the boat and it gives that sort of hollow doom kind of. Do you know what I mean? I can't really recreate it, but you know what I mean. I want to hear that. I want to hear that with the ocean. But anyway, other than that, it's good enough. It's good enough. Let's have a look. See here. How long's it been in the water? 3 hours. So, how long do I think it's going to take me to get from there back to shore? That's got to be a 4-hour round trip, isn't it? I don't think these first 10 are going to pull in big numbers, but these 30 here could be very profitable. And what I should have done is like drop some, anchor for an hour, drop some more. That's what I should have done. But I've done it this way. So now I've got to live with it, and now I've got to deal with it. So I'm thinking if I leave these in for 12 hours. So yeah, I'll rest. I'll put the anchor in for 10 hours and we'll go and pick these up. And I know they're going to be low because we haven't left them in there long enough, etc. Not enough depth, etc. But I'm just curious to see what we get. So let's do a 10-hour rest. And just see where we are. Okay, so we're in the dark. They haven't popped. The sea cat is still there. It makes me laugh every time I see it. It really does. Okay, so it still hasn't popped. It's been in the water for 12 hours. What do you think? 19 hours for long lines is what you... Yeah, 19 hours is perfect timing. I agree. But like I say, I don't want them all to go pop at the same time. Because I've got to get all the way back to shore and then back here again. So I'm a little bit nervous. I want to pull them in a little bit early so that I hopefully don't lose too many. Another 2 hours? 15 hours. PC Tech says 15 hours. All right, let's go with that. That sounds pretty good to me, actually. I think 15 hours is about right. So what about, just remind myself. So we're on 13-ish. So if we do another 2, and then let's go for it. Oh! Well, would you look at that, PC Tech? We've got a little message. And I guess it's got something to do with pop. Not that one, though. All right, let's go external. What pops? Dismiss, 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 dismiss all, because there's lots. Let's look at the map, and I bet you it's these ones down here. Yep. Ah, see, I freaking do it. Okay, so I'm going to haul these ones in, basically to get to these ones. These are the ones I think are going to make money. These I don't think are going to pop in the time that we've got. So let's get the crew on. Let's just go for this now. Oh, look at that. Absolutely stunning. All right. Throttle engaged. Wish me luck, guys. I've got a few chat things to catch up on there. I'll try and get to that in a minute. No fish were caught. Shallow water, low population. There we go. I did expect that, and that's fine. And I guarantee you that some of these will still have fish on them. Most of them won't, but some of them will. Some of them definitely will. Nothing on that one. Nothing on that one. Interesting. I thought I might have caught at least one fish. Maybe this one's the lucky one. We'll see. We'll see. Nothing at all. This is what I experienced pretty much in my testing. Because I wanted to test whether or not you could put stuff in shallower water. Yowball, new subscriber, thank you, buddy. I know I've got a lot of chat stuff to catch up on from you, and I'll get to that as soon as I can, I promise. But I'm focused right now on getting these nets in. I'm a bit nervous about the whole thing, because time obviously is against all of the can't talk and drive, can't do it. That's why the wife lets me drive everywhere, because I can't talk and drive. We caught one, where's my map? There you go. Right, proof. So we have dropped in shallow water, we've left it for less than 20 hours, and it's in, well, I wouldn't say it's in a low populated area, it's quite a high populated area, but we've caught one. So you can definitely catch fish, it's just you're far less likely to catch fish. Oh, congratulations, you've received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys for 100 messages, that's really cool. Echo41 says, I think it's neat that this game has been lobstering in it, has had lobstering in it since I'm from Maine and I'm a lobster man and my family is nothing but lobstermen. Love your channel, man. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Echo. I really appreciate that. And yeah, it's nice to hear from real fishermen as well. Most of which are very positive about the game. Brings back good memories and such. So I think we're only going to get one here. That's fine. We're just going to get around these 211 kilograms of fish. That's not bad for a single swordfish. It's about half what I would hope for, but that's okay. The crew that I've got employed are not particularly good. No fish. No fish. You're going to watch me whilst playing Barents Sea? That's cool, man. Do you know, I really want to go back and play Barents Sea. Having played a bit of Fishing North Atlantic, it's really invigorated my interest in... I totally balls that up. I knew I'd... Idiots. Look, they're all popping now. They're all popping. Alright, let me focus on this a second, guys. Sorry. I need to, first of all, I need to find that bloody thing. Then I need to grab it. You can't get the deep lines too close to the boat anymore. You used to be able to rub it right up against the side of the boat. And in fact, I think that's how I hauled in 99% of my lines doing that. But you can't do it anymore. If you get too close to the boat, it won't pull it in. Right, these are all popping down here now, look. We are definitely getting some fish today. We are definitely getting some fish. Okay, we don't need that marker anymore. We don't need that marker anymore. I'm going to put one there just so I don't get distracted and forget which way I'm going. Have I played Barents Sea before? Yeah, Bowl, I was part of the early beta team for Fishing Barents Sea. I made a lot of videos on that game until they... The problem with Fishing Barents Sea for me was it started off like a simulator, and then as the game progressed they just made it easier and easier and easier, and I just got bored. It just bored me to tears, so I stopped playing Fishing Barents Sea. And I stopped playing right about the time when they started adding like engine rooms and stuff to the boats, which is incredible. I never expected to see any of that. I'm hoping we see something like that in Fishing North Atlantic as well. But yeah, so I mean, Fishing Barents Sea I stopped playing quite a long time ago, but when it first came out I was absolutely hooked. It was so gorgeous and I enjoyed it so much. But they just kept making it easier and easier. G'day, Fuzzy. You love/like the game. Hang on. I'm going to miss that one if I read this and try and do it at the same time. Love that you play around with other devices, wheel throttle, etc., but refuse to pay the price for such a bug-filled game. As for you, keep up the great work. Thank you, Fuzzy. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm just going to reiterate that the dev team behind this I trust implicitly, and I knew it, balls out of I knew I'd get that wrong. I trust them implicitly, and I guarantee you they will get this game running sweet as a nut, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take longer than it did with Fishing Barents Sea because there's just so much content now, but they'll get there. They'll do it, I promise. I promise? That's a bit of a wild, random accusation, isn't it? I promise, like I have any control over what they do. I have no control over what they do. I have no input at all with them anymore. They are completely independent of me, and I hope, is what I should have said, that they get it 100% working. Right, let's just slow this ass down. Let's make sure we get the first one, and then we can... Because number 12 hasn't popped. Oh, I bloody missed it again. Ay, 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 ay. Sacre bleu. Wow, that was loud. Gee whiz. Why did the alerts have to be so flipping loud? Right, come on. Need to concentrate now. I've missed this one pop 4 or 5 times already. And again. Oh no, I got it that time. Right, how many fish? Just one. Really? Just one? Oh, that's annoying. In a well-populated area, in deep water, whilst it's blue, I got one. No fish were caught on that one at all. Okay, that sucks a bit. Low population, shallow water. Fair enough. No fish were caught on that, even though it's blue. You either waited too long or not long enough. Right, okay, hang on. No fish were caught, you either waited too long or not long enough. 15 hours. They've gone blue, but there's no fish on them. This has got to be broken, isn't it? They've been soaking for 15 hours, Pugs. Carl, thank you for that. Hit that like button, people. Yes, please do. I can't see if there's any likes on the video, but I would appreciate a thumbs up if you're enjoying if you're enjoying this insanity, then yeah, give it a thumbs up. Just to indicate your own lunacy, I guess. I'm going to give it another 5 hours. What do you think? I can't keep picking them up, can I? That's silly. We're wasting valuable pot time and such. Hopefully it'll be a bit lighter as well. And I bet you they're going to get tired. The crew, that is. Right, they've been in for almost exactly 20 hours. You think I found a bug? Yeah, it's possible. Let's find out. Come on. Move, boat. Right, we got a couple on this one. 2 is definitely better than 0, right? Don't oversoak or you'll be wasting bait. Yeah, I'm trying not to, Matt. I'm trying not. That's why I started pulling them in at 15. But as you could see, there were no fish on the end, even though they'd all gone blue. 253 kilograms. That's crap for 2 swordfish. That's really not good. So it looks like we're going to average about 2 swordfish per line here, but they're very small. These are not big swordfish at all. I'm hoping for like 700-800 kilograms here. 452. Now if you think back to the tuna I caught this morning that was 400 kilograms on its own, then maybe, and I forget who said it earlier, that whoever said, oh, we got 3 at last. One of them's got 3 on. Hurrah, that's the first time since I got back off holiday. Whoever said we should be fishing for tuna, I think it was Yabal, who said we should be fishing for tuna, and maybe he's right. That's a bit better. 400, oh no. That's for the previous line, wasn't it? Right, come on, this has got to be better. 600-700 kilograms, please. 524, that's still low. Hey Motormore, new follower, impressed with your in-depth reviews of this and Barents Sea, keep it up. Thank you very much, thank you, I really appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying the content, thank you. I don't see that you're doing anything different from what I've been doing, maybe the depth, as that's what's changing along your run. Yeah, it could be. We're definitely heading out into deeper water, so maybe the deeper the water is, the more likely you are to catch 3. That's an interesting, valid point there, Matt. That could very well be what it is. I just wish the wiki was a bit more in-depth. That's more like it. 997.4 kilograms. Now you're talking. Alrighty. Alright. If it stays like that, we're in the money. I think there's only 2 on this one. Now this is the kind of thing that I've been saying this game needs, because I'm getting like loads of really highs and then really lows. That's more realistic and that's more fun for me. This is going to be a crappy pull. 488 for 2. That's actually quite good. So I'm getting some like buzzy moments when we get a good catch, and then I'm getting some like frustrating moments when we're not getting enough or anything at all. It's a good mix. I find it far more interesting. Right, there's 3 on this. Guys, in chat, how much is this going to weigh? Is it going to be over 1,000 kilograms or not? That's a tuna. Tuna are normally bigger. That's a swordfish. Looks like a female, which are bigger than the males, I'll have you know, I think. Unless I'm getting confused, which is also possible. Is it over 1,000? Come on. It's not happened for ages. 800, 600, 934! That was pretty close to 1,000 kilograms. That's pretty awesome. I'm quite happy with that. I would love to see one of these go over 1,000 kilograms today. Echo 4 got incredibly close just after I pulled it in. Right, there's 3 on this one as well. Yes or no, over 1,000 kilograms. What do you think, guys? I'm getting excited now. Now I'm getting involved in the game. Now I feel like it's a game. Now it's like a challenge, and I'm like doing well and I'm doing badly. This is much more fun. Okay, 3 swordfish is going to be a little bit smaller than 1,000, I think. Yeah, I'm with Pugs. Jeremy says no. Pug says no. 765. There we go. We need the tuna. Yo was right. We need tuna. Tuna are heavier, I think. Tuna are bigger. 500 PC. Come on, man. You're supposed to be part of the crew. 500. If we get 500 on this line, I'm going to leave the rest. I'm just going back into shore. 500 isn't enough. I got to pay all of these guys. I got to feed them. Oh, there's a tuna on this one. This could be over 1,000, guys. Fingers crossed. Could it be the first one? Oh no, 700. That was pants. See, now I'm having a low moment. I'm like, stupid game. Not giving me anywhere near enough. At least there's 3 fish on each line mostly now. This is much better. Ah, this has been fun, guys. This has been fun. It's very realistic now. Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot more. I really am. In the early days, it was very predictable. You could predict exactly what you were going to get, but now it's very much a mixed bag. I'd quite like to see different sized swordfish as well. They dropped one. Did they drop one? It looked like they dropped one. I'm feeling good about this one. That's a good. Yeah, it's much better being unpredictable. Yeah. I'm with you guys 100%. I didn't see that one. The first one was good. I didn't see what that was. When it's perfect, you hear a noise. Ah, good, something, and okay. It's probably about 700 kilograms, that one. 490. Oh, wow. See, there's the low moment. Yeah, that's less than 500. I'll take PC Tech's 500 next time. 490, that's insulting. It's so varied now. It's so much more entertaining from my perspective. I love how we're guessing. I do that all the time when I'm hauling, so it feels like a part of the crew on your boat. Excellent. That's good, Echo, man. That's positive feedback. The best kind of positive feedback you can get for a stream, for a live stream. You feel like you're part of the crew. That's great. That's awesome, man. Thank you. All right then. Here we go, guys. If this one's got 3 on it, predict. You're not sure if you're getting perfect on swordfish. It's hard to tell. Right, there's 3 on this line. We got a swordfish. Okay. This is going to be low. 700. Yeah, this isn't going to be good. This is definitely not over 1,000 kilograms. And it looks so much better when they hook the fish perfectly as well. They should have made a hauling mini game. Well, there is a hauling mini game if you do it yourself. So if I took one of the crew off and joined in, then there is a mini game. Have you seen the mini game, yo? Yabol. What can I call you? Rock and roll. I'm going to call you rock and roll. It's much easier for my brain. If you want, I can jump on and do one manually if you want to see a manual one. We'll do the next one manual, just to see if we can get over 1,000, shall we? $689. That's pretty disappointing. Matt. So, to my right here, I've got a Thrustmaster TCA throttle. So I'm actually using the throttle to control the speed. Prior to that, I was using the pedals that come with the wheel. But it took me about 4 hours but I actually managed to get this working, and it works pretty well. It's not perfect, but that's because the game doesn't really recognize these, so I'm having to trick the game into thinking that this is an Xbox 360 controller, which is why I have a few problems with it every now and then, like the throttle, for example. $6.48, that's pretty crap. Right, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to dismiss all these stupid alerts that annoy me. Who's best out of these two? I don't know. Let's drop Pearl, because I think Thomas is pretty much an all-round super duper hero type chappy. So I'll roll up to this one nice and slow. I want your predictions, guys. Are we going to get... You're saying 700, 800. Okay, give me some predictions. What are we going to get here? And if I miss it first time, I apologise, but I haven't had to do this for quite a while. Okay, here we go. So this is the mini game. We got 3 on here. Basically, you have to wait for them to come to the surface, and then you got to get that little white dot just above the blue circle. Not on it, but just above it. And I haven't done this for ages. Yes! Whew. There we go. I feel rejuvenated right now. 2 perfects, boys and girls. Come on, get your votes in. Is this going to be over 1,000 or not? It's very much dependent on whether or not I hit a perfect here. Come on! First time I've done that in weeks. Oh, man. 763. I am so not happy. Oh, and the boat's taken off without me. I am so disappointed at that. I really am. 763. I'm never going out on deck again. That's it. I went out there to show him how to do it. I got 3 perfects and 763. It's like there are no cheats in this game anymore. It's too realistic. What they need to do is just make it easier. So if you get 3 perfects, you should be guaranteed 1,500 kilograms every single time, I think, personally. And if you do get 3 perfects in a row, then every catch you get after that should be double what it would have been if you didn't get 3 perfects. That's my opinion. That's more realistic, I think, personally. 862. Look at that. They absolutely destroyed me, and they didn't even get 3 perfects. Unbelievable. Ah, pugs. I'm glad you brought this up. I read about this yesterday, and I mentioned it in the video that I made this morning. 4 fish on a deep line. Now, pugs, I believe you, buddy. I do believe you. But I've never seen it. I'd love to see it. If you've got video footage of that, please direct me towards it. I'd love to see that. Personally, I have never had 4 fish on a deep line. It's not happened. One day, it might happen. Are you going to get the Scarlet or the Coaston for crab boat? Echo? I think we're going for the Scarlet, because I believe the Scarlet is 4.9. Watching this makes me want to stream my next few episodes. So hyped. PC Tech, if you stream, buddy, let me know and I'll come and watch, man. I'll be your number 2. Is that a boat term? Or is that a spaceship term? Number 1? Number 2? I don't know. I'll be your deckhand. I actually don't think we're going to get over 1,000 kilograms on any of these. I just don't think it's going to happen. I mean, we've been bloody close, and I think we need to have at least 1 tuna on the line in order to do it, but I just don't see it. Are these the last 3? Last 7. 7 left. Cool. You can't crab on that boat. You mean lobster? No, yeah, oh yeah, I know. Earlier on I said I want to do crab and lobster fishing. I didn't necessarily mean off one boat. This boat can do lobster already, the Ocean Runner. Oh, that's a point. I did ask you guys to give me some ideas for naming the boat, and I completely forgot to name it. I went on holiday in my defense. So, yeah. I think, yeah, I'll have to do that in the next episode. I think this is going to be a good haul, this one. Come on, 900. Oh, 730. Oh, you said can't you? Sorry, I misunderstood. Well, I don't think you can, but you might be able to. I haven't tried the boat yet, so I don't know for sure. It's possible, but it very much looks like a crabbing boat to me. I think you need one with a flat back in order to do lobster potting. Boats like this do lobster potting off the side, but that's like single pots, which is a lot harder. It's much better to find lobster on the ground and put 10 pots in one go and then haul the lot up than it is to do one at a time. Matt, excuse me, Matt Riley, they should definitely make this multiplayer. If they didn't make this more realistic but just added multiplayer, that I think would be enough to boost this game's popularity. Can you imagine having 3 or 4 of your mates playing on the boat with you? That would be insanely fun. That would be so cool. Especially if you had like a combined company and you all benefited from the profits. That would be brilliant. Love that. 294. What happened there? Hey Echo, I've got to go for now, but I'll be back after school. You should name the boat Rock and Roll after the guy in chat, but I'll watch after, I promise. Okay, buddy. Have a good day at school, Echo. Thank you so much for joining today, mate. Much appreciated. Okay, rock and roll. Let me say it again. Okay, I'm listening. Say it again. I'll pay more attention, I promise. We've only got 3 or 4 of... Look at that guy. He's right on my bloody line. James Cooper, wait a few more hours. That's an idea. Let's contemplate that as a theory. You should name your boat the Night Catcher. The Night Catcher. Oh, I like the second variation. The Night Catcher. I like that. I like that a lot. I've got 2 or 3 favourites at the moment. I'm going to have to weigh them up. I think what I'll do is I'll get my daughter to pick out the 3 I like best. I just want to flex on multiplayer by rocking up next to my mates, Borg in a massive boat. Oh man, imagine if they added wake. You could literally flip your mates over, couldn't you? That would be brilliant. For the Swordfish, oh, that's even more clever. Oh, the Night Catcher for Swordfish. That's brilliant. I love that. Yeah, well, that's definitely in my top 3 there, rock and roll. Absolutely no doubt about that. Right, 21 hours and 50 minutes in the water. How much longer do you think I should leave them in? If we put the anchor down, should I wait an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours? What do you think? Yeah, that would be awesome, running a boat each. That would be, you could have like little competitions, couldn't you? You could all head out of port at the same time. And you've got like a 1 hour limit or something. Who can catch the most fish? That would be amazing. Call it the FV Yellow Fin. Oh, I quite like that. I quite like that for tuna. You had to restart fishing Barents Sea. Do you mean from the beginning or did it crash? Fishing Barents Sea. I can't remember how stable that game used to be. Jeremy says 3 hours. Okay. Yeah. The horn blow as you go past with your 10,000 kilograms or 100,000 kilograms of cod. Oh, you had to start from the beginning. Okay. Is that because it didn't work or because you're like, oh, I want to start from the beginning again? I love that Borg. The best time I had in fishing Barents Sea was on the Borg. I really like that. That's before they made it too easy. That's when it was difficult to get the boat back into shore. Fantastic. That was so much fun. Right, I've forgotten how to do this, sorry. This 3 hours. Alright, let's do this. Oh. There's my little thing gone. What's causing that? Oh, there it is. There we go. Right. 3 hours. They're still blue. And they've been in for 1 day and 27 minutes. Right, here we go, guys. We've got 4 pots. Sorry, I keep calling them pots. It annoys me. 4 deep lines left. Are any of them going to be over 1,000 kilograms? Oh, rock and roll, you lost your account. Oh, man, that sucks. That does suck. That's harsh. Oh, Pugs, you saw that one. Yeah. Oh, man, that was brilliant. And I was running out of fuel. I genuinely didn't know if I was going to make it back into shore. We had a full load of fish, so the boat was sitting really low in the water. It was really heavy. We had a really crappy engine, and we were running out of fuel. And I literally had to drive the waves to get back in. It was so good. And then about a week or two later, they stopped that from happening 2 miles by shore, and I was like, why? That was the best moment I'd had in the game, and they just totally took it away from me. I was so disappointed. Will I ever do a face reveal? Rock and roll, I've done 1 million face reveals. I can do one now if you like. Oh my god. I was about to do some sort of crazy limbo thing. I don't think you can see me. Hello. You snapped my neck off. Okay, fishing Barents Sea is pretty stable on PS4. I'm about to move though, so I'll probably get a new PC once I've moved. COVID being a massive pain in the arse though. Yeah, it is. That's true. Do it! Okay, right. Let's go get these nets in, guys. Because this stream is like over 2 hours long already. That's pretty mediocre for most people, but for me, that's like epic. Right, here we go. Line number 1. It's been in the water for over a day. The crew are warmed up. They're ready. They're itching. They know that they need to pull in big if they want to get a good amount of cash at the end of today's work. And I missed the pot. Oh, so nearly missed the pot. You couldn't see me. Hang on. How was that? Hopefully nobody's eaten their breakfast. That put them right off. 521 kilograms of fish. That's pants. That's half what we want. Come on, crew. Make it happen. I haven't got over 1,000 kilograms for so long. Right, now that's a tuna and it's good. So that's a good start. Looks like we've only got 2 fish on this line though. They're both good, but there's only 2. Damn it. That's about 600k. Yeah. Sugar. The extra 3 hours, I don't think it worked. Look at that idiot. He has deliberately parked there to be awkward. I'm right tempted to smash into him. We've got like 99% perfect boat. We could probably push him out of the way. I've never tried that with the AI. Oh, I have actually. Yeah, I did try that with the AI, and the AI nearly pushed me into the shore. 150 kilograms. I think those extra 3 hours have worked against us there, guys. The numbers have dropped dramatically. It was worth a try though. It was a good idea. You don't know if it's going to work until you try it, do you? So we've tried it. And definitely those extra 3 hours have not benefited the catch at all. I'm going to be really awkward and just keep turning. This is the last one. What do you reckon? 600? There's only 2 on there. Probably 500, 300. Oh, that's not bad. 554 off of 2 swordfish. I'm pretty happy with that. So we've got 16/17,000 in the hole. Let's wiggle our way back to port. Let's have a look-see here. No, that's the wrong thing. Fish prices. Yarmouth. They're doing 47 for swordfish. 47.05. 46. 50 at Ingalls Head. 48 at Digby. And Dennis Point is 47. So Ingalls Head is definitely the most profitable. And I've got to say, I quite like being in that area. I think it's the prettiest port out of all the ports in the game. But my God, is it a long way away. That's the problem. That's why they pay so much for swordfish, because it takes you like a month to get there. Right, we're going to fast travel this, guys. Because my daughter's going to be home from school any minute, so I need to wrap up and be ready to welcome her home from school. I don't think we're going to hit the £1 million target today, so I don't think we're going to get the new boat today. But we'll try again tomorrow or the next day and just see how we get on. You just got 1,000 kilogram of cod. 1 kilogram of cod. Nice. It's a good start. Yeah, very nice. I like how you're not guaranteed a large catch. Increases the suspense in your fishing tactics. Absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Wow, what price I'll try that again, pugs. Wow, that price, I can barely get £22 per kilo with swordfish. Yeah, well, that's the price that I was getting before I went on holiday. And when I came back, it was back up to 50. Oh man, look at it. Look at it. I'm going to get my... Sorry. Press the wrong button. I'm going to get my ugly boat race off the screen so you guys can see how gorgeous that looks. Isn't that stunning? That's what this game does so well. So well. Carl, I'm going as well. Can't wait for the next stream. Really enjoyed this. Thanks, Carl. Thanks, Carl. Really appreciate it. I'm just about to go into port now and sell. So if you want to see that, I'll do it real quick for you if you like, Carl, if you've got time. Yes, fast travel. For a minute there, I thought we'd lost all fish. A little mini panic. Right, here we go. Here we go, Carl. Just for you, my friend. 830,000. Oh, that's more than I was expecting. We nearly did $1 million. We're just a little bit shy of our target. That was so close. 4.6 million. We need 300,000 more. We're so close to buying the next boat. Let's just go and check what that boat is. Real quick. Oh no, it's not here. Not guilty. Is that? Oh, that's a lobster boat. Okay. That's really cheap. 1.1 million. Oh, I forget where the boat we're going to buy is, but yeah, it's on the cards. I mean, next episode, we're almost guaranteed to get 300,000. We did so well today. With your help, guys, I've got to say, directing me down to, what's the name of that island? What's the name of that island? We'll call it Seafish Island. I know that's what it's not what it's called. Oh, hang on. I have a map. Zoop. Seal Island, that's what it's called. Directing me down there was definitely the winning maneuver. I know we didn't find any fish there, but it brought us closer to where the fish were, and I really appreciate all of your help today, all of your comments. I appreciate you coming along and saying hi and just being really cool. Hey, Echo, how you doing, buddy? That was quick. I hope you had a good day. I'm going to have to wrap up now because my daughter's going to be back any second, and I need to give her hugs and see how her day went and stuff like that. So thank you so much for joining me. It's the first stream we've ever done on the channel. It's been an absolute blast. I've loved every minute of it. Thank you all so much for coming. Obviously, in these tricky times, I really genuinely hope that you all keep safe and that your families are safe and well and everything. And I hope to see you again for the next one. So thank you so much. I'm going to sign off now. Take care of yourselves until next time. Goodbye.